מבוסס על סדרת ספרי זוהר לעם. ניתן להוריד את הספרים באתר קבלה לעם kab.co.il או להזמינם בטלפון 1-700-509-209.
שלום, אנחנו קוראים בספר.
Hello, we'll be reading from the book of Zohar, volume 5, portion of Pkudei, starting with item 137. The lesson can be watched on Kab.tv and questions can be asked there during the lesson as well. So again, the book of Zohar, volume 5, item 137. Rav, the Zohar illuminates from a very high place, and so the texts aren't easily understandable to us. It's difficult for us to see the continuity within the book, because many parts of it, most of the book actually disappeared, and what we have of it is perhaps 10% of the entire book which they composed, Rabbi Shimon and his students. And it's really difficult to even describe what kind of treasure the book of Zohar was. We don't have the book of Zohar, its interpretation on many portions of the Torah. It also interpreted the Nevi'im portion and Ketuvim. It was written in respect to the entire Torah, from the first temple to the ruin of the second temple, all that Israel went through. And so the book of Zohar is a means for correction, the end of correction. And about that it was written, and it's difficult for us to even imagine what kind of power. We don't have an inkling even, but still. The way we speak of these great Kabbalists, we should understand that how they appreciate and value the book of Zohar is a testament to us in regards to how we should be very hopeful and aspire towards everything that the Zohar, the book of Zohar, can do to us. So again, book of Zohar, item 137. Rav, we sit together, we hug internally, and we expect, we anticipate that the book will help us and finalize the connection, rather. 137. As the Nukva, Malchut, is included in both sides of the Ampin, right and left, and bonds with them, as it is written, his left is under my head, and his right shall embrace me, the middle letter, the female, bonds with the two other letters in the two sides, right and left. Those two upper letters from Binah, and those middle ones that unite all two upper letters are lower ones from the Ampin. And it is all one, male and female, where all two upper letters are males, and each letter that unites them, rising from the lower one, is female. 138. When the world was created, when Binah emanated the Ampin, who is called world, those two letters, the right one and the left one, that extend from Cholam Shuruk, which are from the upper world, Binah, begot all the things below in the Ampin in their very own form. However, the middle letter that extends from Chirik has no new form in it, except that it unites the right and the left. For this reason, one who knows them and is watchful with them is loved above and loved below. The creation of the world, the Ampin, was done by the ascent of the Ampin for Man to Binah, where it became the middle line, uniting the two lines right and left in Binah. And by that he received all the mochin that are in the two lines in Binah. It follows that all the forms that exist in the two lines, right and left, of Binah exist in the Ampin. However, there is no innovation of form from the middle line of Binah, which extends from Zerampin, since it is considered Zerampin himself who rose up there. Conversely, the two letters right and left are regarded as males, as givers, while the middle letter is considered female, receiving from the males, and all three are as one body. 139. All those letters, all 27 letters in the alphabet, are male and female. Some of them are males, some of them are females, to be included in the upper water, the males, and in the lower water, the females. And it is all one. This is a complete unification. Therefore, one who knows them and is watchful with them is happy in this world and happy in the next world, because it is the essence of a complete unification as it should be. The letters divide into groups of 3 and 3, 2 males above and 1 female between them. Below, 3 from this side and from that side in one unification. The right side and the left side unite through the middle one in one unification, in completeness of everything. They are all the high order in Binah, it is as when the 3 original lines came out in Binah and were included in one another, and 3 groups of 3 lines were made in it. Likewise, the 27 letters in Malchut, who is the tabernacle, were divided after them into groups of 3 letters. 140.
Item 140. The second order is to the south, Chesed. There are 3 orders, 3 lines in each order. Each line, there are 3 where each of the 3 lines consists of all 3, thus they are 9. So the letters divide on each side into right, left, and middle, as was said earlier, about the east side, and uniting everything together. It is so because there are female letters, male letters, they all unite as one, and they are in the complete holy name Yod Vav Hey. There are appointed orders in them, groups of 3 as on the east side. They all come out from the order of the patriarchs above, who are the 3 lines of Binah, as the order by which the letters Yud Hey Vav were set up in the holy name. Those 9 orders are all guided by those specific letters, the 3 groups of 3 letters, right, left, and middle, as in the east direction, and they journey in them. Also several hosts and tens of thousands of angels are all below, journeying and guided in this order. 141. The third order, to the north of Gvura, there are 3 orders to that direction, which are 9. Since there are 3 to each side, in the 3 orders, 3 lines, which line consists of 3, hence they are 9. Those orders are to the 3 sides, right, left, and middle, all as in the east and south directions. Item 142. There are 27 orders in the letters, and although there are only 22 letters in the alphabet, the completion of the letters with the doubling final letters is 27. It follows that as the letters are 27, so is the order of orders 27. 3 orders to each of the 3 directions, east, south, and north. It follows that those 3 from the south direction are 9, for each of the 3 lines consists of 3, hence they are 9. Likewise, the 3 of the north direction are 9, and the 3 of the east direction are 9. Altogether, they are 27. Item 143. Those 27 are 9 letters in a female, uniting with the 18 other letters in the male. Each 3 letters are 3 lines that extend from Binah, where each 2 upper letters, right and left, are males. Each third one below them, uniting them, is a female. And the 9 letters in each direction are 3 groups of 3. It follows that in each direction there are 6 male letters, 3 times 2 upper letters in each group, and 3 female letters, the 3 middle letters in each group. Thus, there are 6 males and 3 females in the east direction, and 6 males and 3 females in the south direction, as well as 6 males and 3 females in the north direction. Together, they are 18 males and 9 females. The 3 female letters are in each of the 3 directions, and 3 times 3 is 9. 6 male letters are in each of the 3 directions, and 3 times 6 is 18. Thus, the 27 letters divide into 9 females and 18 males. Item 144. Like those letters in the upper world, Bina, there are other letters below in Malchut. The upper letters in Bina are big, and the lower letters in Malchut are small. It is all one like the other. All that applies to the letters in Bina applies also to the letters in Malchut, as well as the conduct of male and female in the letters. For this reason, everything that is in Malchut is as in the upper one in Bina. Kinds of color of light. Item 145. The world, Malchut, was divided into 45 kinds of color of light. This is because Bina, who is called Mi, after the 50 gates in her, Mi is 15 gematria, where in each of the 5 sferot, Ke'achabtum, in her, there are 10 sferot, hence they are 50. And Malchut is called Ma, because she lacks the 5 sferot of parts of Malchut in her, thus she has only 4.5 parzufim. Item 146. The 7 sferot Hagat Neim, the Zerampin, divide into 7 deeps, Malchuts, where each sfera of Hagat Neim, the Zerampin, spreads into 10. There are 7 Malchut, Malchut for each sfera. Each of them strikes her deep, mating in a zivug da'aka with the masach in the Malchut in her, who is called deep. They raise the 10 sferot of Or Choser that clothe the 10 sferot of Or Yashar, and those are called 10 sferot Derosh. The stones, meaning the masachim, roll inside the deep, turning over to illuminate from the masach the Malchut Derosh, and below through Malchut the Malchut. It follows that the light enters from the 10 sferot, the rosh, in stones, in masachim, and punctures those waters, the lights, which come out through the holes in the masach until they all sink on the deep. Malchut the Malchut, the 10 sferot the guf, through the chazeh. The water covers the 2 behinot of the deep, masach the miftacha, and masach the manula. By that, the order of the manim of Parsufim Rosh and Guf explained.
Rav, we're not forgetting about the connection, right? Each one should depict the 10 to himself, and he included in it, disconnecting from himself and being devoted to the 10. And to the extent that he maintains this effort, he elicits an illumination from above.
Item 147. The order of the emanating of the Nukva was only on Masach de Miftacha, because of which she has only 45 kinds of color of light. Water comes out through the holes in the stones of Zerampin, and light comes in through them and strikes the 4 pinot of the deep, emitting the 4 parzufim of Malchut, Kachab, and Tiferet. Thus each light is included in the other, and they meet in the one, in her 5th parzuf Malchut da Malchut. The waters divide because they extend in it only through the chazeh, only through Yesod de Malchut, Masach de Miftacha, that is on the chazeh. There the light stops because from chazeh of Malchut de Malchut downward, it is expansion of the Masach de Manula, and she is devoid of it. This is why she has only 4.5 parzufim, which are 45 kinds of color of light. Item 148. The order of the mochin that Zerampin gives to Malchut is the left first. As it is written, his left is under my head, and then by embrace of the right. As it is written, and his right shall embrace me. All 7 sferot the Zerampin grip to the 7 deeps, their 7 Malchuts, which are regarded as the left line of Zerampin. They mine in the darkness of the deeps. The Malchut of Malchut, meaning they extend in her the left line from Bina, which are darkness. By that, Malchut is carved in the darkness of Ima, and these darknesses mingled with the Sferot of Malchut. Water, Chasadim, rise from the right line of Zerampin, descend and roll through those dark lights of the left line. They mingle. The lights of Chokhmah and darknesses that are attached to the lights of Chokhmah are from the left, and water, Chasadim, from the right. Invisible lights are made of them dark ones, meaning the Mochin of Malchut, who is called a mirror that does not illuminate. Item 149. After he explained the giving of the left, he explains the Mochin of the right, which Zerampin gives to Malchut. Each Bina in Zerampin beats and gives to its corresponding Bina in Malchut. The Bchinot of Zerampin divide into 75 houses of deeps, through which the water is extended. The 7 Sferot, Chagad, Nehim, the Zerampin, in each of which are 10, hence they are 70 and a half of Parsuf Malchut the Malchut, that is missing in Malchut, which is the 5 Sferot from her Chazeh down, were also added to the 7 Sferot the Zerampin, in which there are 2 Pinot of deep. Therefore, there are 75 Pinot in him, which are hoses of deeps that give water, light of Chasadim, to Malchut. Item 150. Each and every hose in Zerampin rises in its voice and the deeps. The Malchut of Malchut who receive from the hoses of Zerampin are shaken. When the voice is heard, each deep calls on the other and says, "Divide your water, that I may enter you." As it is written, "Deep calls to deep at the sound of your hoses." There are 2 Malchuts in Zerampin, of Miftacha and of Manula. For this reason, he is regarded as 2 voices, 2 kinds of giving of Zerampin, who is called a voice. The voice of Miftacha has a corresponding Bina in Malchut. The voice of Manula has no corresponding Bchina in Malchut, because there is no Manula in Malchut. This is why she is lacking the half Parsuf of Malchut the Malchut. Each hose in Zerampin rises in its voice, and therefore the deeps of Malchut are shaken. For they have no receptacles for the bestowal of the voices of Manula, Midat Adin, quality of judgment, and they are shaken by them. When the voice of Midat Adin is heard from Manula, the Malchuts of Zerampin call upon the Malchuts of the Nukva, "Divide your waters," meaning do not receive in your entire Parsuf, but only up to the Chazeh, and do not receive from the Chazeh and below, and then I will enter you, meaning bestow upon you. However, if you wish to receive for the entire Parsuf from the Chazeh and below as well, I will not enter you, because you lack the correction of Malchut the Manula there, for she has only 45 kinds of color of light. Item 151 explains the correction of Yesod the Malchut, which was done by the effect of Zerampin. There are 365 white, black, and red tendons under the influence of the houses, included in one another, and they have become one color. These tendons are reticulated in 17 nets, and each net is called tendons. They are reticulated in one another and descend to the end of the deep, in the Yesod in Malchut, called deep. Under those, 2 nets stand in a vision of iron and 2 other nets in a vision of bronze. The 365 tendons are illuminated of Chokhmah in the left of Bina, which extends to Malchut. They are called tendons because they are from Bina, since Kachab is called Mocha Atzamot Gidin. Also, they are 365 because every left line is from Bina and Tum, which that fell from the degree at the point of Holam and returned to her at the point of Shuruk. These Bina and Tum became the left line of the degree, and with respect to the Parsuf, the Kelim from the Chazeh down are considered Bina and Tum, since Tiferet is Bina and Netzehod are Tum. Tiferet and Malchut. It turns out that the left line of Binah is half of Tiferet and her Netzach Hod Yesod from the Chazeh down, which make up 3.5 Sfirot. The Sfirot, the Binah, are hundreds, hence they are 350. And the illumination Yud Hey from Binah rides atop them, hence they are 365. Also, they are 365 tendons, in which there are 3 colors, white, red, and black, which are Hagat and Malchut. The color green is not mentioned because it is the one that dispenses the colors. These tendons were reticulated in 17 nets, for before the left was mitigated with Chasadim from Zeirampin, when Malchut was in the left without the right and became darkness and frost, the illumination of the left was regarded as a net for her. And now, by Zeirampin illuminating Chasadim, they were mitigated into nets and became 17 nets, which is illumination of Yesod the Malchut in the form of Yosef. As it is written, Yosef was 17 years old. Also, 4 nets were reticulated in the form of Benjamin, 2 in the interior, which appear as bronze, and 2 in the exterior, which appear as iron. Item 152. 2 chairs stand on them, and all the Pchinot from the right and from the left. All those nets join together, and the waters, the lights, come down from the houses and enter those nets. When those 2 chairs rise, the chair of the black firmament and the chair of the firmament that is like a porpoise, they rise in the chair of the black firmament. When they come down in the chair of the firmament that is like a porpoise. The issue of the unification of the 4 directions above and below. The 4 directions above and below are Hagat Tum, are Netzach Hod. The illumination of Netzach illuminates all 4 directions Hagat Tum from below upwards, and the illumination of Hod illuminates all 4 directions from above downwards. This applies to every degree. It is 2 chairs. The chair of the right is illumination of the Netzach that illuminates from below upward, and the chair of the left is illumination of Hod illuminating from above downward. When ascending, the ascent is in the chair of the black firmament, and descending, the descent is in the chair of the firmament that is like a porpoise. The black firmament, Masach Demanula, is the essence of Malchut, who is the black color. The firmament that is like a porpoise is the Masach of Miftacha, which is mitigated in Binah. The chair of illumination of Netzach, illuminating from below upwards, stands over the black firmament of Manula. The chair of illumination of Hod stands on the firmament that is like a porpoise of Miftacha. Item 153. Those 2 chairs are one from the right and one from the left. The chair of the black firmament, Netzach, is from the right. The chair of the firmament that is like a porpoise, Od, is from the left. When the lights rise in the chair of the black firmament, the chair of the left firmament descends, and the lights descended in it from above downward. Item 154. The chairs are included in one another, gripping with them all those nets and ushering them at the end of the bottom deep, since the left chair obtains a great illumination from the Itkalelut of the chairs, and its illumination descends and complements through the end of the degree, the bottom deep.
155. 1 chair stands and rises above all those deeps, and 1 chair stands below all the deeps, and all those deeps roll between those 2 chairs. Also, all the hoses are pinned between those 2 chairs. The illumination of the chair of Netzach from below upward reaches Gal and illuminates from there. It follows that the chair of Netzach stands above all the deeps, the Malchut in the Guf of the Parzuf, and the illumination of the chair of Hod from above downwards descends through the end of the degree and illuminates there. Thus, the chair of Hod stands below all the deeps, and all those discernments, the deeps and the hoses, are completed between them. 156. There are 75 hoses. 7 are superior to all the others, and all the others are included in them. The primary ones in them are the 7 Sfirot Chagat Nehim, and all the rest are from hitkalelut, or integration, for each was included in 10, hence they are 70. The 5 are from the additional half partzuf that is missing in Malchut to Malchut, and all are pinned to the wheels of the chair on that side. They are pinned to the wheels of the chair on that side, receiving the illumination of the 2 chairs. 157. The waters rise and fall in the chairs, illuminating from below upward and from above downward. Those who descended mine the deeps and break them. Those who rise enter through those holes in the stones, in the Masach de Pe de Rosh de Zerampin, rising and filling for 7 days, which are 7 Malchuyot from Chazeh and above. Thus far are the 7 colors of light in the upper one, Chagat Nehi from Chazeh and above.
Questions?
Question, Rav. You said to disconnect from myself and give myself over to the 10. I'm trying to do that, but what does it mean to disconnect from myself?
What is it? When all the thoughts are in the 10, how much can it bring everyone together so they will be united as one organism? I feel myself that I'm giving myself only for this. Is it clear? If in this way we will think, you will see how well it works. But try to give yourself to this, and all kinds of thoughts and problems will come, anything. And it's on purpose, so that you would clarify more and more what is unity. It's from the trash throwaways that comes from unity is where efforts are applied.
A student from Ashkelon asks, during the reading, to see all the corrections and things that happen to yourself and to see all of that going in your heart, through your heart, is that okay to...
Yes, I don't enmeshed myself in a special 10, but any 10, I want to include myself in it because I want to see the entire Avaya as a result. Not that I would see a Partsuf or bodies, or faces and bodies. Go on.
Article, Bronze Mountains, 158. Bronze of the wave offerings are mountains of bronze, 2 mountains, Zon of Noga, and they are called bronze plinths. There are gate guards who surround all who are inside, because they are the gate guards who stand at the gates from outside. It is so because the Noga surrounds the Kedusha, holiness, and guards it from the Klipot. They come and go in the king's house, in Malchut, since the good side in Noga is complete holiness, complete Kedusha. Though outside Kedusha, and sometimes it goes inside. 159. All of the instruments of the altar, to use them, are of bronze, Zon de Noga. These are the instruments for the altar when the souls draw near to rise over the altar, Malchut. They are the ones who do the work of the altar, and all help the soul serve, and they are called instruments of the altar. Also, all the kelim and the stakes of the tabernacle, which are outside the tabernacle as well, are called by names of instruments of service, to serve in holiness. By that, all the appointees in the Merkavot, chariots, and certain directions stand each in its place. In certain halls of Kedusha, they are all under calculation, as it is written, who leads forth their host by number. 160. The gold in the tabernacle is connected to the upper gold, Gvura. Likewise, it is the silver to the upper silver, Chesed, and the bronze in the tabernacle to the upper bronze, Tiferet. It is so because the bronze below, Zon de Noga, takes power from the bronze above, Tiferet. Also, all the colors mingle in one another to unite and connect with one another. 161. Golden hooks are poised to tie those curtains of azure and purple, scarlet, and linen to one another. connector to connector. The bronze hooks are to connect the tabernacle, the goat hair curtains, and they stand opposite each other. They all stand as the stars in the firmament. As the stars illuminate in the firmament and are seen, so these hooks in the tabernacle illuminate. Those hooks illuminate and seem as stars, standing, protruding, and sparkling. And these 50 of gold and 50 of bronze illuminate one opposite the other. 162. One spark comes out of the upper light, the Ampin, sparkling and illuminating in a mirror that does not illuminate, which is to say, it illuminates to Malchut. The spark consists of all the illuminating colors and is called purple. When that purple strikes, bestows in the dark light, Malchut, another spark comes out which is not flaming, azur, and they mingle with one another. These are the holy garments in which Michael the high priest is robed. 163. When Michael wore those garments of glory, he entered to serve in the holy place. But as long as he was not wearing those garments, he did not enter the holy place, as it is written, "And Moshe entered the midst of the cloud and went up to the mountain. He clothed himself in the cloud, and then he went up to the mountain. But as long as he did not clothe in it, he could not enter." Likewise, the high priest does not enter the holy place before he is clothed in those garments to enter the holy place. 164. And because they emerge from the upper ones, and they are as above, they are called official dress, or garments of residue, a literal translation, from the word residue, because they remain from those upper garments, as they were from what was left of the lights of the upper splendors. Azur is Malchut, and purple is the Ampin. These are the colors of the holy name, whose complete name is Havaya